Hi friends, I am Dr. AK, alumnus of IIT Madras. I have about 25 years of teaching experience for both GATE as well as engineering service examinations, and also in counseling students after the GATE result. Based on my previous experience and the feedback taken from my colleague faculty members and the previous students of Acing Academy, I have prepared some content in this particular video. I will be discussing the different aspects here. This discussion will be very useful for those students who are qualified in the GATE 2020 and who want to use this GATE score either to join the PSU, otherwise MTech in some premier colleges or any college. Also, in case if you want to join MTech, according to your rank, which is the best college that you have to choose, and also what is the best specialization that you have to opt. These aspects also I will discuss. Moreover, in each branch of engineering, let us say for example, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical, electronics, computer science, instrumentation, like this. In each branch of engineering, what are the most preferred choices? First preference, second preference, third preference, like this, to do your MTech specialization. These aspects also I will discuss. And finally, in the end of this video, I will be discussing, in case if you have got low GATE score, or else in case you are not qualified, what are the best options by which you can join some premier colleges to do your MTech or else MS. So these aspects also I will discuss. Right. So let me discuss all these aspects in sequence, one after the other. Right. Let us see the various opportunities available through the GATE exam. If you have got a good GATE rank, you can take up some job in the public sector units. In case you are not interested to go for PSC job, you can join the post graduation either MTech or MS, Master of Science by Research. In case PSC job not interested or MTech or MS not interested, then you can go for some research. You can take up some research in the form of a PhD, or else you can join some CSR laboratory, BARC or DRDO organizations. So broadly, these are the three alternatives available for you if you have got a GATE rank: joining PSU, joining MTech, or joining some research organization. Right. The question here is, the big question here is, in case you have got a good rank in GATE exam, what do you want to do? This is a question that many students, they ask us, they keep on searching information about this one. That is, whether to join a PSU job or else MTech in IITs. So here I discuss different aspects. This will help you to take a decision appropriately at your end. Yeah, let me take up. In case you have got a good GATE rank, if you join PSU, you get some advantages. Let me discuss those advantages. If you join a PSU, you get an opportunity to work in your core sector area. So for example, in your college final year or elsewhere, in case you have got some placement in the software sector or elsewhere, some people, they are not interested to join software sector because they want to take up their career in the core sector. So if you join a PSU, this gives you an opportunity for you to work in your core sector area. Another one is, you can use your technical knowledge while doing your job in this PSU. Next one is, you have very secure job, and you get a very good salary package. See, if you see most of the PSUs, they offer packages something about 10 lakhs or 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs per annum. It is as high as even 19, 20 lakhs also. It depends upon the PSU. And also you get some financial independence. You don't have to depend on your parents for your survival. So once you have a secured job, a good financial salary package, right, you'll be cool. And in case if you join some if you are lucky enough to get some what you call posting here, you have some surplus time. The surplus time you can make use for your preparation either for the civil services or else engineering services in case you are interested. Because you have secured and a very good salary, there won't be any tension for you, no pressures, right? Really, if you have some leisure time, that leisure time you can put to use to prepare for some other higher level what you call service exams. These are the different opportunities what you can avail in case if you are lucky to get what you call some good PSU job. On the other hand, in case if you join MTech in IITs or some premier NITs, or let us say some university college also, the various advantages include, first one is you get into what you call a good competitive environment. You have good campus life there, working in your core area of interest, and also if you are from a good premier institute and if you are from a good specialization, you may get a good campus placements also in your core area of interest, and you have that high profile campus life, and you come across a good contact with the older and older professors in the case of some IIT and IISc, etc. And after completion of MTech from IIT, if at all you want to go abroad to pursue PhD, etc., it is very easy to get admission there. It is not so if you do MTech from other ordinary colleges. If you do MTech from or else MS also from a premier IITs or NITs, you can get very easily the admission in the foreign universities for your further research level course like a PhD, etc., with even a good financial aid also. Financial assistance also you can get. There is another advantage if you take up some MTech from the premier like IITs and then right good NITs. Now, another advantage is if you join MTech, you get a monthly stipend of rupees 12,400. So, you do not have to depend literally on your parents. There are all various advantages. The thing here is you have to take a wise decision, whether to go for a PSU or go for MTech in IIT. This problem arises especially if you have got a good GATE rank. See friends, in this regard, you are the best person to decide yourself, keeping these aspects in view and take appropriate decision. See, the decision may vary from person to person. Suppose you are from a poor financial background, you may get tempted to go for what you call a PSU job. Suppose you are recently passed out, and there is no problem financially for you. In such a case, you can go for higher education like MTech, etc. This is another point that you have to keep in mind. Moreover, if you see the branch of engineering also, in case of civil engineering, mechanical, electrical and instrumentation engineering, in this type of special branches of engineering, though you do MTech from premier IITs, etc., the campus placement, the amount of salary what you get there per annum, etc., it may not be so comparable with that of the PSU job. So, a PSU job may fetch you more income. Moreover, even if you do MTech from premier colleges, getting a good campus placement is not 100% guaranteed. So, that is why if you are from these branches of like a civil, mechanical, electrical, instrumentation, joining a good PSU job may be preferred. On the other hand, if you are from the computer science background, computer science graduate or else electronics engineering, if you do MTech in some good specializations from the IITs and IISc, the campus placement what you get in some of the multinational companies with attractive packages. Sometimes we come up with attractive packages from students that they could get in some MNCs, the package per annum something about 30 to 40 lakhs package. 30 to 40 lakhs package something very attractive compared to that of the PSUs. But mind you friends, this type of multinational companies attractive salary packages of 30, 40 lakhs, it may be possible only in some specializations like computer science. In the case of electronics, you can see some microelectronics, VLSI design, embedded systems, integrated electronic circuits and systems, and also specializations like artificial intelligence, robotics, etc. This type of specialization, but not all specializations. So, depending upon a branch of engineering also, the decision may vary. So, keep these points in view, your financial background, your age, right? What else? Your other future plans, what you want to become in future. So, keep these points. You are the best person to take decision between the PSU job, otherwise going for MTech in some IITs or IISc, right? Okay. In case if you take a decision to go for a PSU job, let's discuss what kind of PSUs are there, what are the cutoffs there, what are the selection process that takes place in these PSUs. So, there are about nearly 20-25 PSUs which recruit through the GATE. If you see the selection criteria there, initially the candidates are shortlisted based on their GATE marks or the score, otherwise the rank. The exact criteria for shortlisting candidates, either marks or score, otherwise rank, it varies from PSU to PSUs. After shortlisting candidates based on the GATE score or else marks, there will be sometimes a screening aptitude test, for example, in the case of the NTPC, a screening aptitude test only for screening purpose. Then the shortlisted candidates will be called for the group discussion and also for personal interview. In some PSUs, only interview will be there. In some PSUs, you have group discussion as well as interview. Generally, the GATE score is given a weightage is something about 70 to 80%. The remaining 20 to 30% weightage is given for the performance of the candidates in the group discussion and the personal interview. So, based on the performance in the group discussion and the interview and the GATE score, etc., finally, the candidates are going to be selected for these PSUs. So, this is a procedure usually followed in different PSUs. There are different kind of PSUs in our country. They have status something like a Maharatna PSUs, Navaratna PSUs, Miniratna PSUs also. So, most of the GATE toppers, they aspire to join this Maharatna, Navaratna PSUs, where you have good salary packages and attractive, encouraging working conditions, right. Generally, if you see the previous cutoffs, etc., if you have a rank something about 700 or so, less than 700 rank in the general, otherwise in the unreserved category, you may stand a chance there to be called for the PSU interview. So, up to 700 rank, you get some call from the PSU in case you are in unreserved category. But this rank may vary from PSU to PSU, from branch to branch also. For example, if you happen to be from civil engineering background, if you have a rank something beyond 500, getting a call from a PSU is very difficult, because for civil engineers the number of PSU vacancies are relatively limited. You should have something rank less than about 500. You should be in the top 500 in case you are from civil engineering background. On the other hand, if you are from mechanical engineering, electronics or electrical engineering, even if you have a rank up to 700 also in the open category, you get a call from the PSUs. So, once you perform well in the group discussion and interview, you may get good placements there in the PSUs. Suppose you are having some reservation advantage, even if you have a rank up to 4000 also, you get some chance to get some what you call a PSU job, right. This is how it takes place. In fact, this requires some more detailed further guidance regarding what kind of group discussion will be there, how to perform in the group discussion, how the interview goes there, what kind of questions are generally asked there, how to excel in these PSU interviews. So, for this further guidance, we are uploading a separate video. It is on the PSU interview guidance. So, all the interested candidates, you can watch this video for the PSU interview guidance. We will upload separately on this PSU interview guidance. So, this is what about these PSUs. See, this is these are the some of the PSUs. Just for a sample, we have displayed some PSUs companies names there, and we have this PSUs cutoffs as per the GATE 2019. If you see, for example, the Nuclear Power Corporation of India, where the cutoff is in terms of the scores. In the case of Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, the cutoff in terms of marks there. So, we have shown here in this particular slide branch wise and category wise also, general category, OBC category, right, SC, ST and physically handicapped category and all this. So, all these cutoff details are available with us. You can visit our website, you can download the cutoffs of the GATE 2019, those who have joined what you call the PSUs. But this cutoff slightly varies year by year, depending upon the PSU, depending upon the number of vacancies. Still, this gives you some idea to decide your what you call chances there. So, similarly, we have some PSU cutoffs in the BARC and then NHEAI. You can avail these details from our website, right. Just I will walk through the slides. Then we have already some PSU notifications released there. Some PSU notification deadline also over, some notifications are yet to come. So, the students are advised to keep a watch in the leading newspapers, right, in the web source, etc., for this PSU notifications. You have to apply separately for all these PSU notifications. You have to put a application online for all these PSU notifications separately. You have to be attentive, right. You have to keep a watch on these notifications. That is what about the PSUs. Now, let me discuss something in detail about this MTechs. In case if you take a decision to go for MTech, the question that arises here is, which institution should you decide to join, and then which specialization that you want to join. So, the college and the specialization, they are the 2 points that always bother the students. Let me discuss first about the institution, then I go for the specialization. See, if you talk about the institution, obviously the best choice is the best college. So, which are the best colleges in India to do the MTech? Here let me show you. See, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, this is one of the best institution to pursue your PG or even research PhD also in India. After IISc Bangalore, then we have the IITs, right. Then we have NITs, National Institute of Technologies. Then we have IIITs. Then you have some university, premier university colleges. Then you have some private colleges as well. So, this is the order of the institutions which offer the MTech programs. Depending upon your GATE score, you have to choose appropriate the best college. Moreover, if you want further details on these different IITs, NITs, universities, etc., we have some ranking also for that. That is called NIRF ranking, National Institutional Ranking Framework. This is prepared every year by Government of India. Depending upon the different aspects like research facilities in a particular institution, the faculty background, the placements, right, and the alumni of the particular institution, all these factors are taken into account. Ranking is prepared for all these colleges. If you see the NIRF ranking, you get a fair idea about the what you call the popularity of the each college. This will help you a lot in taking a decision to join a particular college. I will come again on these colleges what you call in a separate page to discuss further. Let me discuss something about this specialization. When it comes to specialization, you take some points before you decide which specialization that you want to join. One is, you take into account, one is job potential. Which specializations have good job potential? So, the specializations in every branch of there are different specializations. So, obviously, you have to choose a good specialization where you have good opportunities, good demand in the industry. Next, you have to think the core sector job, otherwise the software, otherwise interdisciplinary specializations. There are certain specializations which are interdisciplinary, irrespective of your branch of engineering. You may be mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, or computer science. You can join those courses. They are called interdisciplinary courses, right? In case you want to switch over, you can do this one. And then your interest, of course, that is the main point. You should have some interest to do particular course as your MTech specialization. And also your future plans. What do you want to do after MTech? Do you want to take up a job, or else after MTech you want to go for PhD, or you want to go abroad? So, this is also one of the important point you should consider, right? So, depending upon these points, you have to choose the appropriate specialization. Appropriate specialization. I will discuss the specializations branch wise in the order of preferences afterwards, subsequently. Now, let me go for this one. In case if you think of the MTech admission procedures, etc., see the admission procedure, the admission criteria in our India for MTech programs is basically it is on the GATE score. GATE score. Most of the colleges, some of the IITs, they give the admissions to the MTech based on the GATE score only. But there are certain IITs, they give the admissions based on the GATE score plus written test and also interview. In same IIT, or even you see IISc Bangalore also, some specializations are given based on the GATE score only, but some specialization admissions are based on the GATE score as well as the written test, otherwise interview. So, friends, here you have to think one point. The exact criteria, is it a GATE score, otherwise GATE score plus written test, or GATE score plus written test plus interview, or GATE score plus interview only? It varies from college to college. It also varies from specialization to specialization. Therefore, you are advised to visit the website of the particular IIT or the college, see the exact criteria of selection for each specialization of your choice. See, in the case of IISc Bangalore and IITs, you have to apply separately for each of these colleges. I mean to say, you have to put a separate application online for each institution and for each department. My dear friends, there is no centralized admission procedure for this MTech programs, unlike your what you call IIT JEE advanced basis. There you have the centralized admission process when you want to join the BTech programs in IITs. When it comes to the MTech, there is no centralized counseling, centralized admission for this MTechs in IITs. You have to apply yourself separately for each IIT. Sometimes in each IIT also, for different departments, you have to put different applications. But one more thing, in the case of the IISc Bangalore and IITs, before applying online, first you have to get registered in COAP portal. COAP, Common Offer Acceptance Portal, right? You have to get registered in this COAP. That registration number you have to quote when you apply for IITs and IISc Bangalore, when you apply for these MTech programs. See, the purpose of COAP is only to select the most preferred choice out of the different offers made by the participating IITs. My dear friends, the COAP is not meant for centralized admission or centralized counseling for you. It shows you only the offers that were made to you by the participating institutes where you have applied, right? So, you have to select the most preferred choice from the offers which were offered by these participating institutes, right? You have to apply separately for all these colleges. This point you have to keep in mind. You can see COEP portal, everything is given there in a crystal clear manner. How to register, the purpose of COEP portal, right? All this given very neatly there. You have to study yourself first of all before applying for this MTechs in IITs. Where in the case of NITs, National Institute of Technologies, and some triple ITs, there is what you call centralized counseling for MTechs, that is called CCMT. The advantage of this CCMT in the case of NITs and some triple ITs is you need not put separate application for different NITs. For all the NITs and some of the triple ITs, you can put only one application. In that application, of course, it is online. You have to give different options there, first preference, second preference, third preference, like that. You can give number of options order-wise. That is called centralized. That is advantage for you. Central counseling is in the case of NITs and triple ITs, but not in the case of IITs. You can see this is CCMT. You can do the Google search there. You can get ample information about the CCMT, the procedure involved there, right? You can see also the previous cutoffs in the CCMT in different rounds, first round, second round, third round, ends cutoffs you can see there, right? In the case of some of the universities, the admission is based on centralized counseling. You see most of the universities in a state level. In a state level, the admissions are given based on the centralized counseling process only. Now, let us see the cutoff ranks for general categories in the case of IITs. In case you have some gate rank, if you want to know where you are likely to get admission, this slide may help you. So, I am listing here for general category. First, you can see this. In case you have a rank up to 300, if you are in the top 300 rank in GATE, you can get good specialization in IISc Bangalore and top IITs. Here top IITs means we have that old 5 IITs like IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur. They are all top 5 IITs, the old IITs, and then IISc Bangalore. In these premier colleges, you stand chance if you get a rank something about 300, good specializations. In case your rank is between 300 and up to 1000, you will get other specializations in the top IITs and good specialization in the new IITs. Here good specializations means in every branch of engineering, there are 1 or 2 specializations which have very good campus placements after MTech. They are called good specializations. They have good demand in the industry. In the same branch, there may be some other specializations which may not be as attractive as the good specializations. They are called as other specializations, right? In case your rank is between 1000 and 2500 also, you may get some other specializations in the new IITs. So, this is approximately, right, in the general category, of course. In case you have some reservation like OBC, SC, ST and physically handicapped, even these economically weaker sections also, as you know, the cutoff rank can go beyond this one, right. Even you have a rank up to 10,000 also, you may get some admission in some IIT or right in good premier colleges. Because very difficult to show all this category wise in this slide, I have just shown for the general category. In the case of reservation category, this will certainly vary, as you all know. Even a rank up to 8,000, 10,000 also, you stand a chance to get into these IITs. Moreover, if at all you want to see the cutoffs, if at all you want to see these cutoffs branch wise, specialization wise, college wise, yes, it is available. If you see some of the IIT websites, the previous cutoffs are displayed there. If you use that one, you get some fair idea. Moreover, these previous cutoff details are also available in our website. If you want, you can download. So, some IITs they provide in the website itself of their own. Wherever not available, we have obtained that data through RTA Act and we have compiled that one. The compiled cutoff details of this previous we have kept in our website. If you want, you can download it. But mind you friends, the admission is based on the GATE score mainly, and there may be some interview or written test for some specializations also. If you see IIT website, you can see only the cutoff scores there. But in this slide, I am displaying the cutoff rank. Why? Because the cutoff rank will give us what you call a fair idea to decide the chances of what you call getting admission in respect to IIT. So, rank will give an easy idea to understand where you get the what you call the probable specialization, the probable college. Then, if you see the NIT cutoff ranks, of course, again I am showing here the general category. If you have a rank up to 1500, you will get a good specialization in the top NITs. In case your rank varies from 1500 to 2500, you may get other specializations in the top NITs and good specialists in the remaining NITs. There are so many NITs, around 30 plus NITs are there. So, some of them are damn good, some of them are not as good as the others. So, as you know, in case your GATE rank is 2500 to 3500, you will get other specialists in the remaining NITs. So, this rank what I have given to indicate the chance of getting selection, it is again in the general category. I want to remind you, in case you have any reservation, this will vary. Even if you have a rank up to 10,000, you may get some admission in the NITs. It depends upon the branch, right, reservation category, other details there. So, this previous cutoff details of the NITs also available. If you can see the CCMT website, you can get yourself also, or else you can download from our website the cutoff details of the NITs. Now, let us see the premier institutes like IITs. There are so many IITs, almost around 20 plus IITs are there in India, the old 5 IITs as well as the new IITs, what you call the baby IITs. So, among all these IITs, which are the best ones, which are the second best one, that is what I want to discuss now. This will help you to decide which one that you have to choose. We have made in 2 categories here, the category A, category B. Category A means as per our information here, they are the best class. The other one is category B. If you see the top notch premier institutes in India, what you have listed in the group A, you can see the IISc Bangalore, then IIT Bombay, Madras, Delhi, Kanpur, Kharagpur. These are the 6 top notch institutes. Then you can also see the IIT Roorkee, IIT BHU, Varanasi, IIT Guwahati and IIT Hyderabad. So, these 10 colleges what I have shown here, these are supposed to be the best one. And then I want to show you that group B also. In the group B, I have listed the remaining new IITs as well as you can see some popular the old NITs also. So, mind you friend, this class A, class B categorization is not official one. It is only categorization what we have made for the students' purpose to understand which are the best one, which are the second best one. If you have got a good rank, go for a group A. In case you have not got such a good rank, if you are not getting that group A category, then you can think of the group B. This is what the order. All the remaining colleges you can put into a separate category, let us say category C, right. If you discuss something about the research, if at all you are passionate about taking up a career in the research, you can think of Master of Science by Research or else PhD in program in IITs, or else you can join some CSR laboratory. To join the CSR laboratory, you should have either GATE score, otherwise the JRF, Junior Research Fellowship. You get a very good monthly stipend also there. So, the CSR laboratories offer you the integrated PhD, MTech plus PhD program. You can also join the DRDO based on the GATE or else the JRF. They are the areas where you can go for the research. And also you can see another one where you have this BARC, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, one of the popular one. So, some GATE toppers also aspire to join this BARC. Here you have two classes. One is OCS, orientation course for engineering graduate and science postgraduates, and then other one is DGFS, DAE graduate fellowship. So, first one is a 1-year program, that is what you call orientation course. Second one is a 2 years. Most of the students who join that BARC, they prefer the second one, that is called DGFS. Based on interview, the interview board will categorize. If you are lucky to get the DGFS, you will be sponsored to some IIT to do your masters there, MTech. That advantage if you are lucky to get what you call DGFS. After completion of MTech from IITs, again you have to go back to BARC, then you have to continue the service there, right. That is what the BARC. It needs further discussion that we show separately in the what you call the PSU interview guidance program. Then let me discuss now onwards the different branches of engineering and the MTech specializations what you have to choose depending upon the order of preferences. Let me start first with this electronics and communication engineering. It also includes instrumentation engineering, ECE plus instrumentation engineering. Here the order of preference, it is something like this. First one is microelectronics and VLSI design. In some IITs, it is called VLSI and embedded systems. This is the one of the best preference. We have got very good demand in industry. So, most of the EC top rankers, they aspire to join to take up this type of MTech specialization. You have excellent campus placements also for this program. The second best one is integrated circuits and systems. The third order of choice is artificial intelligence. A recent program, because we have seen that nowadays artificial intelligence, right, robotics, this machine learning, they are all buzzwords, emerging areas. In case you have any passion towards something beyond your core sector, you can think of joining even this artificial intelligence, AI. Then you can think of controls and computing or controls and instrumentation, and then the communication and signal processing, and then electronic systems, the RF microwave and then photonics, interdisciplinary courses. So, friends, these are the some of the MTech specializations what are available in the case of electronics and instrumentation engineering. This is our suggested order of preferences, right. This order we have prepared based on the demand in the industry, right, depending upon the campus placements, the salary packages, and also by taking the feedback from some of the what you call our previous students who have already joined these IITs with these specializations. So, friends, in all IITs, do not think all the specializations are available there. So, different colleges have different specializations, right. In some IIT, these names also slightly may change. Moreover, this order we have prepared in general. So, depending upon the college, this order slightly changes also, the order of preference will slightly change, right. But we have taken this order by discussion of by discussing with many of our what you call previous students, general order. Then this is the cutoff in the different IITs in case of electronics branch of engineering in different specializations. So, all these previous cutoffs of the scores of the GATE cutoffs for the electronics branch of engineering, this is available with us. You can download from our website, right. This I will quickly walk through these slides, right. You can see different cutoffs in different colleges, in different specializations, different categories. Okay. Now, let us discuss electrical engineering. In the case of electrical and electronics engineering, let us see the different MTech specializations. The order of preference is, the first one is powertronics, electrical machines and drives, right. The other one, powertronics and power systems. So, depending upon IIT, depending upon NIT, You may have either the first one or else the second one. Both are damn good in the case of electrical engineering, the core sectors. This is the first preference. The name may vary like this. The second one is power systems. The third one, control and automation, right? And you can also think of joining some interdisciplinary courses as well. For example, if you see microelectronics and VLSI, artificial intelligence, right, instrumentation, aerospace, communication, these are all interdisciplinary courses. In this type of interdisciplinary courses, electronics, electrical, instrumentation, even computer science also eligible there. If at all the electrical students, if you have any interest, if you want to go beyond your core sector, you can think of this. They have got very good demand in the market, especially the microelectronics, artificial intelligence, etc. This is our recommended order of preference, right? Friends, depending upon your interest and other aspects, you are the best person to change this order. It's only our recommendation. You can change it, right? Generally, our forward order. This is what I want to say. Then this again cutoffs in different IITs, in different specializations. I will walk through quickly. You can download this one from our website for a further study. Now, let me discuss something about civil engineering. In the case of civil engineering, the first order of preference is structural engineering. It has got the good campus placements. In case if you do not get good campus placements also, you can take up your own consultancy in this structural engineering. It has got a good demand in the private sector as well. After structural engineering, the next one what is in demand in market is construction technology and management course. The next is the transportation engineering, next is geotechnical engineering, next is infrastructure engineering and management. It is a new course. And then environmental engineering, followed by hydraulics and water source engineering, right? Then ocean engineering, earthquake engineering, structural dynamics, remote sense, right? They are all different specializations available for the civil engineering students. So, depending upon your choice, you can choose appropriately. I have already told you, friends, do not think every IIT, every NIT has got all these specializations. Only 4 or 5 specialists will be there in a particular college. And sometimes this order will slightly change from college to college also. These aspects you have to study by visiting the website. This is our recommended order of preference. Okay, now there are all the different slides which show the previous cutoffs in different IITs. Let me walk through quickly. If you want, you can download from our website all these cutoff details. Now we move to the mechanical engineering. The order of preference in the case of mechanical engineering generally followed is the first one, the best one is the design engineering. After design engineering, the second best one is thermal engineering, followed by manufacturing engineering, followed by robotics and automation. In case you have any special interest in this robotics and automation field, you can put as a first or second preference also, depending upon your interest there. Robotics is one of the emerging areas nowadays. You can think of even as a first option also. It is of course it is up to you. Then you can think of industrial engineering and then OR, then aerospace engineering, maintenance engineering, like this. These are the generally followed order in mechanical engineering. Of course, as I said earlier, this order of preference may vary slightly in different colleges, but this is in general the order of preference what you can follow. So, depending upon interest also you can slightly change this. That is what about mechanical branch. Then question is what about the PI students? In the case of PI students, you are eligible to apply for manufacturing engineering and then industrial engineering, etc. For some of these specializations, the PA branch students are also eligible. You see the exact criteria in the IIT websites among these various specializations, for which specializations you are eligible, accordingly the PA students can apply. Then there are all cutoffs, right? Let me walk through quickly. You can download from our website. Now we move on to the computer science, the different MTech specializations. Let me tell you friends, if you see the websites of most of the IITs, NITs, IIITs also, the MTech, it is called simply MTech in computer science and engineering only. Only some colleges they have not only computer science and engineering, they also have another specialization of what you call artificial intelligence. Right? See, they are all order of preferences depending upon the what you call the demand in the industry. Some specialized fields you can see in this computer science also. We have made a separate video in the case of computer science and engineering. You can see a separate video for more details in the case of computer science. There are all cutoffs. Let me walk through quickly. Now, this is one of the premier college what I want to discuss. This is National Institute of Industrial Engineering. It is here in the Mumbai city. This NITI college, it offers not MTech program. It offers what you call a 2 years management course for the GATE qualified candidates. They are called PGDA course, PGDMM course, PGDPM course. PGDA stands for Postgraduate Diploma in Industrial Engineering. For PGDA, all the branches of engineering are eligible. Second one is PGDMM, Postgraduate Diploma in Manufacturing Management. Third one, Postgraduate Diploma in Project Management. Those who have interest in this management courses, you are strongly advised to think of joining this NITI 2-year management course. Though this is called a postgraduate diploma, it is equal to MBA. We know that for management courses in India, IIMs are the best premier institutes, Indian Institute of Management. They are the best one. So, NITI is almost on par with that of IIMs. So, those who are interested towards the management courses, those who are not successful in the CAT exam also, if you have a good GATE score, you can try this NITI. So, regarding eligibility, you should have minimum first class, 60% marks you should have in our engineering discipline. Of course, this is relaxable in the case of SC, ST and PW candidates. The selection is based on the GATE score. Then you have to face one group discussion followed by one rigorous interview. In case you have good academics and relevant work experience also, they are given some partial weightage. Based on your GATE score, you will be shortlisted, you will be called for the GD and then interview. If you perform well in the GD and interview, you stand a chance to get into this NITI. But mind you, it is not that much easy to get into NITI. There is a lot of competition for this, such a premier college it is. All branches are eligible there. You can think of seriously if at all you have any interest to join this management course. You have excellent placements. The average salary package you can see here, 20.8 lakhs per month, per annum, and it can reach as high as 58.24 lakhs per annum. This is the details what you have taken from the NITI website, recent placements there. Excellent salary packages you can see there, very attractive, but should have interest to do this management course. You can think of to join this. This is what we call NITI. We will train you separately in another video how to face this NITI interview and group discussion aspects. For that, you please see the separate video on this. Next, I want to discuss something in detail about this premier college, IISc Bangalore. We have there a PG program like MTech, Master of Technology, and again you have Master of Design, Master of Management, and Master of Technology Research and PhD. So, for all these programs, the minimum is second class. You do not require to have a BTech first class for this. And then in the case of MTech, for civil engineering, specializations, and then instrumentation engineering, and also computer science. In these three branches, civil, computer science, instrumentation, the admission for this MTech specializations is simply based on the GATE score, that is it. But for other branches of engineering, not only GATE score, you have to also appear in an aptitude test, otherwise interview. So, what are those specializations where you have to face one interview as well as aptitude test means you can see here. Electrical engineering, mechanical, microelectronics and VLSI design, artificial intelligence, communication networks, signal processing, electronic system engineering, right. For all these specializations, the admission is based on the GATE score and also interview performance, and sometimes some test also will be there. It is a premier college, you can think of to join this if you have good GATE score. Then you can see Master of Technology Research, PhD, there are research oriented programs, minimum second class required. To join this MT research and as well as PhD, you should have either GATE score, otherwise the JRF. The selection is based on the GATE score plus aptitude test, otherwise the interview performance. Then the Master of Design, you require minimum second class, either GATE score, otherwise the SEED score. There will be some aptitude test also for shortlisted candidates, followed by interview. Then Master of Management also in the case of IISc Bangalore, you require to have minimum first class, should have GATE rank, otherwise CAT rank, otherwise GMAT score. The selection is based on the group discussion as well as the interview. See, one of the premier college, the IISc Bangalore, you have good placements, and this is more research oriented organization also. Those who are interested, you can try. Then let me show you the IIT's ranking as per the NIRF. This is the latest ranking, National Institutional Ranking Framework 2019. This is prepared by Government of India based on certain factors. What are the various factors means? The campus placements there, the faculty details, their experiences, right? The alumni details there, the various research facilities available there. So many factors are taken and this ranking is prepared on a scientific basis. You can see there IIT Madras enjoying the first rank, followed by IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, Kharagpur, Kanpur, IIT Roorkee. Like that we have a number of institutions with a ranking there. Not possible to show in this video. Those who are interested to see all the colleges the rank wise, you can see this NIRF website, you can come across all this. Right. This list includes IITs, NITs, IIITs, some government universities, even private colleges also. This ranking will help you to identify which are the best institutions to join the MTech program. Right. Okay. You can see here not only IITs, NITs and IIITs, you can also see some other best institutions like Anna University, Jadavpur University, VIT, Thapar University, the BITS, Birla Institute of Technology and Science, DTU, Delhi Technological University, and IIITs also. They are all best institutions you can think of to join. You can see that they are enjoying the best NIRF ranking also. If you see the placement wise also, we have some ranking in this NIRF. The previous slides what I have shown, they are based on other aspects. If you see only placement as the main criteria, this is the list of those NIRF ranking there. You can see Roorkee, Madras, Kharagpur, Kanpur, Delhi, this is the ranking there. Then you can see other popular institutions also, IIITs. We have different IIITs in India, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune, Gwalior, etc. Among them, IIIT Hyderabad is one of the best institutions. Mind you friends, in the case of IIIT Hyderabad, the admission is not based on the GATE score. So IIIT Hyderabad conducts its own written test. So those who are not having the those who are not having decent GATE score, those who are not qualified also, you can try this at IIIT Hyderabad written test, one of the excellent institutions to take up the MTech program there. Then you can see Hyderabad Central University, another best institution. But this Hyderabad Central University is also one of the best one. It offers MTech programs in the case of computer science and then electronics. They have got excellent placements, strongly recommended. Then you can see BITS, then DTU, Anna University, Indian Statistical Institute, and VJIT Bombay, College of Engineering Pune COEP, and PSG Coimbatore, and CIT Coimbatore Institute of Technology, Pondicherry University. They are all some of the popular institutions that you can think of in case you are not getting admission in the what you call IITs, IISc and NITs. You can think of even these colleges also. They are also very premier institutions. Now, let me discuss between MTech and then the MS. If you see this MTech and MS, both are post graduation courses. MTech, Master of Technology, MS, Master of Science by Research. This MTech is a 2 years PG program, whereas MS, Master of Science by Research, this may take more than 2 years program, more than 2 years time generally, because Master of Science by Research, as the name implies, it is based on research work. It is something like a mini PhD. You can't define exact time of completion for the case of MS. If you join MTech, you are sure to complete in 2 years generally. MTech program is 2 years generally. If you join MS program, it may take minimum 2 years of time. Most of the candidates, they may take 2.5, 3 years also. In exceptional cases, if you do extraordinary research work, you can submit it within 1.5 years also the MS, but then it won't happen. It may take more than 2 years. In the case of MTech, it has got 4 semesters. First semester, second semester, nothing but in the first year, you have to do number of courseworks there, right. In the first year, you have to study almost 10 to 12 subjects. Then you may have some labs also. In the second year, you have to allocate the entire second year to do some research, project work there. This is what MTech. In the case of MS, the coursework is somewhat less, but research work is somewhat more there. In the case of MTech, we have more coursework, less emphasis on the project work. But in the case of MS, reverse one. We have less number of coursework, but we have more work you have to do in the case of research in the case of MS program. If you join MS, you will be assigned to a particular professor. Under the guidance of professor, you have to carry out that research work. Something like a mini PhD MS program. As far as campus placements are concerned, both MTech and MS are given equal weightage. Equal weightage. Generally, many students, they prefer MTech. The reason is, you are sure to complete MTech within 2 years of time. But if you join MS, it may take generally more than 2 years. That is why students prefer generally MTech. You have good competition in the case of MTech. In case you are unable to get MTech admission in IIT, if at all you are desperate to join IIT, then you can think of joining MS program. Though it may take half year, 1 year extra compared to MTech, if you get admission in good IIT, good specialization, nothing wrong doing even MS course also. Both are equal as far as placements are concerned. So, this is about MTech and MS. In the case of MTech, in each specialization, we have 8 to 10 seats there in each specialization. In the case of MS, in each specialization, you may have only 1 or 2 vacancies, sometimes 0 vacancies also. The MTech admission is based on the GATE score, and so you have some interviews, some cases. On the other hand, in the case of MS, the admission is based on the GATE score as well as interview. In case you have got a good academics, even though you have a less GATE score, if you have a good academics and good project work that you have done in BTech level, you stand chance to get into what you call MS. especially those who are interested towards the research work, those who want to go for PhD later on, we strongly advise you to go for MS program. Like that, you can take a decision between MTech and then MS. Let me remind you once again, the MS program is there mainly in IITs, not other colleges. A few colleges may offer this MS program, but mainly it is there in the case of IITs. Let me discuss about MTech PhD. This is called integrated program, MTech plus PhD. It is offered in some of the IITs. Even though you join this for this integrated course, after completion of MTech, in case if you lose interest, if you do not want to continue further PhD work, you can stop there. After completion of MTech, you can stop, you can take the degree of MTech and come out. You can opt out of this program with the MTech itself. In case you are interested, you can continue PhD also. Choice is there. This is also offered by some IITs. Then another one is MS and PhD program through self-financing. So, self-financing means here, if you join MS and PhD based on the GATE score, you will be getting some financial assistantship in the form of half-time research assistantship like that, HTRA what you call, nothing but stipend, scholarship, etc. But in the case of IIT Madras, a few vacancies are there for MS and PhD without stipend also. It means you have to bear from your pocket. Because IIT Madras is a good college, in case if you get a good specialization MS or PhD program, you can join this. Even though you do not get a scholarship, if you can bear from your pocket, after completion of this course from this premier college, you may get very good campus placements, you have good demand in the what you call industry. Those who are financially capable, you can think of joining this course also. This has got some less competition is there. So, you may get admission easily. You can think of this, one of the alternative. Suppose you are not qualified in the GATE exam. In case you are not qualified in the GATE exam, if you want to join some MTech program, if you do not want to be idle, if you want to join some MTech in some college, yes, we have some opportunities available there, right. You can see some IIITs, they offer the admissions based on the entrance test of their own, not based on the GATE. For example, I told earlier, IIIT Hyderabad, it offers admissions of MTech based on its own written test. In case you have low GATE score, in case you are not qualified in the GATE, you can try the IIIT test. Similarly, you have this BITS, it is called BITSAT. So, BITS offers MTech admissions, some admissions based on the GATE score, some admissions based on the BITSAT score as well. You get a good scholarship also in the case of BITS, one of the best institution, on par with the NITs, the BITS. You can think of strongly to join the BITS. You can appear for the BITSAT test, you can try. Then Central University Hyderabad, it offers some MTech programs in the case of computer science and engineering as well as electronics branch. They conduct their own written test again. Some admissions are given based on some specialists are given based on the GATE score, some specialists are through the written test. And also you can think of joining Indian Statistical Institute, without GATE rank also you can join there. Then you can see some state level entrance exams, what we call PG set. For example, Andhra Pradesh PG set, Telangana state PG set, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, right, UP. So, in every state there is some PG set there. Even though you are not qualified in the GATE exam, if you get a good rank in the PG set, you can join the MTech program in case you want. Then let me discuss also about this another wonderful scheme, what we call PMRF, Prime Minister's Research Fellowship. Right. The purpose of this PMRF scheme is to encourage the students to pursue PhD in IISc Bangalore, IITs, IISERs and other reputed central universities to pursue PhD. Regarding eligibility, if you are having BE or BTech or integrated MTech also from IISc, IITs, NITs, centrally funded IIITs, IISERs and IIEST with a minimum CGPA of 8 on a 10-point scale or equivalent, you can join this PhD program, direct PhD program you can also join. Mind you, if you are from these premier colleges, you do not require GATE score there. You do not require GATE score to join this PMRF scheme to pursue the PhD. This is advantage. Whereas, what about the other institutional students? Yes, in case you do not belong to these colleges, if you belong to other university, other institution, if you have a minimum CGPA of 8 and minimum a GATE score of 750, you can also apply. You are also eligible for applying this PMRF scheme. Not only that one, even the qualified candidates in GATE and those who are pursuing, those who have already completed MTech or MS by research in IISc, IITs, IISERs, having a minimum CGPA of 8 at the end of the first semester, right? You can also try this PMRF scheme, right? One of the best one. The reason is you will be allowed to do PhD in the premier colleges, right? And other main advantage here is it has got excellent fellowship. You can see per month a scholarship, first year 70,000 per month, second year, third year, you see very attractive, lucrative scholarships per month, 70,000 to 80,000 per month. It is as good as, in fact, it is better than some of the jobs. Not only monthly scholarship of 70, 80,000, right, to present your papers in some international conference, etc. You get a research grant of even up to 2 lakhs also per year. But the selection is based on the interview. You have a rigorous interview, right? You have to perform well in this interview. You have to show mainly you are interested to pursue what you call PhD. If you perform well in the interview, you will be lucky to get what you call the PMRF scheme. Then in the last, let me give some suggestions, my dear students here. See, my strong advice to you, apply liberally to about almost 10 or more than 10 colleges if you have such what you call low GATE score. The reason is there is no centralized counseling here. So, we do not know exactly in which IIT that you are going to get, in which NIT you are going to get, what specialism that you are going to get. That is why apply liberally as many as colleges as possible, right. So, in case you get some admissions in a few colleges, let us say you apply 10 colleges, finally you got admission in 2-3 colleges and 4-5 specializations. Among them the best one you can select. That flexibility, that option will be there if you apply for more number of colleges. And do not forget to take advice from your seniors and teachers who can guide you something in this particular counseling process. And also, if your rank is not encouraging or decent enough, you can apply for those courses where there is a written test, otherwise interview. Why? Because you might have got some low GATE score. Suppose if you perform well in the interview or the written test, you stand chance there. You may get one more opportunity to perform yourself, to show yourself. And then you can visit some of the websites of the premier colleges for all the latest updates on the MTech admissions regarding the what you call qualifying criteria there, the date of admissions, the procedure involved there. You know, every college maintains its own website. If you visit website, you come across all the details, how to apply, right, when do you get that what you call notifications, all the details you can come across there. You can also look at some of the daily leading newspapers for the notifications of this MTech admissions, right. So, friends, one point lastly what I want to tell is, all the content that I have presented here is only suggestive and then indicative, right. It is based on certain information taken from my colleague faculties, the students and other web sources in the net. The students are advised to take appropriate decision depending upon their personal choice, right. So, thank you, friends. So, I take this opportunity to wish you all good luck in selecting the best option for this MTechs or the PSUs. All the best. God bless you.